Hello, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new here. My name is Alexis. I am an adaptive powerlifter from Pennsylvania and the 2023 Buff Bunny Collection Model Search winner. I am now an exclusive athlete. Please hit the subscribe button below, leave a positive comment, or you can use my code LEXI, L-E-X-I, at checkout for any of your Buff Bunny Collection purchases. This not only saves you 10% off of your purchase, but it also allows me a commission, and it also allows the Buff Bunny Collection team to know that my support is growing, and I appreciate it. So today I will be reviewing the Deadlift Collection, and this is actually a collaboration collection with Mikey. Mikey is an incredible woman. She has such a talent and knack for anything gore and scary, and she has a really beautiful personality, and she has really come out of her shell in the time that I have followed and known about her through Buff Bunny Collection. She has become a lot more confident in posting her workout videos, and I'm really excited for this Deadlift Collection. We have some really cool colors and a pattern, and we also have a new fabric. Introducing the Deadlift Collection. This collection is designed for those who love to lift, both in and out of the gym, to not only lift weights but to lift up those around you, empowering yourself and others to push past limits and elevate your strength both in your workouts and in the world around you. We built this collection as a reminder that every challenge is an opportunity for growth, and every action can either take you a step backwards or a step toward who you want to be. We bring you these bold designs that blend aesthetic functionality and fierce fashion in hopes of providing the perfect fits to fuel your resilience and strength. We hope you wear these pieces as a badge of honor, knowing that every rep, every set, and every effort is a part of your unstoppable journey to lift the world around you. That is an amazing meaning behind the collection, and I, for one, being an adaptive athlete, absolutely agree with that. Any negativity or anything that sets you back, any challenges that you may face, and utilize that to fuel yourself to help others, uplift communities, feel empowered, and help other women. So I think that's really, really cool. In this collection, we do have something in there for everyone. We have some neutrals. We have lipstick red that we saw in the Juicy collection that sold out really fast, and we also have another pattern, and I'm definitely a pattern girl, so I'm really excited for it. In terms of fabrics for this collection, we have the New Bray fabric, which is a trademark fabric through Buff Bunny Collection, the Butter fabric, which is ultra soft buttery feel, very, very stretchy, a new fabric, which is the Poshknit Fabric, OG New Bray fabric, which is a lot more dense and compressive. It had stretch to it, but not as much as butter fabric. If you took the OG New Bray fabric and butter fabric and they had a baby, this would be Poshknit fabric. But I feel like it's like a micro or very, very fine suede feel to it, and it's kind of warm to the touch. And moving forward into the fall and winter seasons, having that warmer fabric is perfect, and it's compressive, and it does have some stretch to it, but I feel like it's very flattering. And then just to give y'all a little bit of a cheat sheet, sizing guideline, I'm going to tell you right here that in all of the Poshknit bottoms, you can size true to size. However, for the Poshknit bra, I size up. As always, my current measurements are listed below, and I also have timestamps. If you want to jump into any of your favorite items or items that you're most interested in, hit the subscribe button below if you find that my review videos are helpful, or head over to my Instagram account, Lexi Journey Bravery, and give me a follow. If I'm resizing in items, or if I have any updates after wearing items, I will post it on stories, so that might be helpful as well. So let's get into it. First up, we have a brand new item, and this is the Micro Poshknit Hourglass dress. We've seen the Venom color in the Juicy collections. The fabric is made of the Poshknit fabric, and this is a brand new fabric. It feels like New Bray fabric density, but a lighter, softer brush-like feel to it. It's going to come in two different lengths. This one is the regular length. It has sort of wider bell sleeves. On the inner part, where your thumb would be, there are slits, a sort of rounded bottom hem to it. With each increase in size, there is an inch longer in length. So Buff Bunny Collection tries to really taper their sizing and the length or rise height according to the increase in width as well. Square neckline, princess contouring detail, the same as what we saw in Catherine Mueller's No Filter Collection's Bend and Snap dress, fit and flare dress. So it's fitting all the way to the mid-waist, and then it begins to flare out towards the bottom. In the back of the dress, you have a U-shaped line and have the straight across thin band that runs across the back just to keep the sleeves in place. That sort of princess contouring, but it's just straight down the back paneling. A silicone Buff Bunny emblem. For the bottom hem, it has a little bit of a rounded hem to it. For the inside of the dress, the inner liner is covered from the back with the dress itself. Front end, we can see that there is a very fine, sort of thin elastic band, and it is nicely brushed. This does have a bra shelf liner with cup pad separation, and this does not come with cup pads. However, it does have slits on the side if you do want to add your own. Just the skirt portion is lifted up, so I could show you what the inside looks like. The outline where that elastic band was stitched in, a bra shelf separator. The top part has this mesh material that makes it feel super soft, and that just adds a little bit of like support, compression, and breathability onto that Poshknit fabric. This mesh material just makes it a little bit more softer and breathable, I think. The bottom pant leg portion of the inner shell liner has 2 pockets. I have an iPhone 14, and the full inseam length is measuring in at about 6-inch inseam length. The pant leg portions are pretty stretchy. I don't think they will dig in. I like the longer length because I think that these will definitely stay up more. The bend and snap dress from Catherine Mueller's No Filter collection. Those princess cut contour lines that contour around the bust and taper in at the waist, and then taper back out in the skirt, which just allow a little bit more of a curvier illusion, which is the same as what we see with the new micro Poshknit dress. There is an inverted stitch seam that runs from the armpit all the way down to the bottom of the dress. On the square neckline, there is no apparent stitch because the fabric is folded in and then stitched together, and that is the same for the sleeve portion. Back all throughout the back, the stitch seam is stitched along the top of the dress. Throughout the torso portion and the whole front, it's doubly lined. The back, it feels like it's singly lined, and in the arms, it's singly lined as well. The bottom stitch seam of the entire skirt portion of the dress is doubly sewn, and it is nice and smooth, and it stretches with the fabric. The inner lining doesn't have like a back portion. You're supposed to pull it like down from the back and then take these off to go to the bathroom. Looking at the back liner portion of the inside of the dress, we can see that it is a single piece of that Poshknit fabric, and there is an elastic band is all throughout the back side, so it's going to be stretchy, and I think that elastic band will also help with durability, so when you are pulling this down to use the restroom, fabric and the stitching won't rip. And for the pockets, we see that double stitching, which allows the fabric to stretch with the stitching and have these be a little bit supported. We have a double crotch gusset that runs all the way throughout the length of the inseam. That strap that is in the back is a very fine piece of elastic that's in here to allow this to be a little bit more durable, but it also helps keep this shape inverted and sewn together, so you're not going to feel like an itchy, scratchy stitch seam on the band. It's going to sit nice and comfortable. I feel so ready for fall with this dress, and added on some white cowboy boots, and I just think it is so cute. I love the Venom color for this dress. So overall, it feels really comfortable, super like suede-like soft feel to it. The fabric is a little bit warming to the touch. I do think that the sleeves run kind of small and tight. I do carry extra loose skin in my upper arms and like inner thighs and belly from being on my health journey, so that's just something to keep in mind. So it looks like a bell sleeve, but if you put your hands up, the wrists won't get caught on anything. I did add in some bust pads, and I think with that really small elastic band, you can't even tell that there's a built-in bra there, because this like shelf liner is completely separate from like the outer shell of the dress. So I think it just looks really nice and smooth. The princess contour, I do kind of notice and feel that strap in the back, so I wish it was just a little bit wider, because I think the sleeves and shoulders on their own hold up pretty well. I don't really think that strap is like necessary. I'm very impressed by the length of this. This is the regular length, and I think it's definitely like big booty friendly. A lot of times when you have larger glutes, the fabric goes out this way, and then it might appear a little bit shorter in the back, but I think it's a really good length. But the built-in shorts are awesome. I'm really happy with the length of them, and of course those side pockets are really great. Large and small bust friendly. However, if you do have a larger bust, add a bra to it, you know, it could pass as a higher end dress, not just like an activewear dress. Going around in this, I think it's okay, but again, I have a flatter chest, so I can get away with just wearing some cup pads in this. Very light support, built-in bra shelf. Feels pretty dense and durable. I don't think it's going to snag. It's more durable than butter fabric, so I don't think it's going to pill as easily. I don't think that the fabric is very like pet hair friendly, because it has that suede-like feel to it. That the micro Poshknit fabric kind of attracts fur and hair. I think it's kind of dense and warm to the feel, so I feel like if you sweat in it, it probably will hold on to sweat and appear. But if you go with a darker color, I do think that it's going to sort of mask any sweat stains. I think that this is true to size. However, if you are in between sizes, I don't think it would be a bad idea to size up. Overall, I'm really impressed with this dress. I think it's my favorite activewear dress from Buff Bunny collection. I will have to give it a 9 out of 10. First reason why it loses a half point for me and my personal preferences is because in the mid-waist, the fabric kind of like hiking up, telling me that it's a little bit too form-fitting until the hips. It kind of accentuates my mid-waist. It slowly tapers into a wider, looser fit, right? But I feel like if it started tapering off like more at the mid-waist, you would get a little bit more of an hourglass shape illusion. And then number two, I don't know if you can see it too present, but shell lining is so low and it has like an elastic band sewn in there. I think you can kind of see it through the dress, which isn't a huge deal, but it is a little bit like present and a tiny bit annoying for me because I notice it. But overall, I'm very happy with the dress. It is exactly as described, just those small fit things that weren't really in my preference. But I'm super excited about this dress. I'm definitely going to be wearing it quite a bit, and I'm so thankful that Buff Bunny collection brought a long sleeve, you know, cute fit and flare dress with a built-in bra shelf for the fall. So I'm very excited and very happy with this. Next up, we have the Curvy stretch cargo pant, and this is in the beautiful color Matcha Latte. This is made of a pretty stretchy cotton spandex twill fabric, and it does come in a 32-inch inseam length. Relaxed boyfriend fits does have twill fabric cords at the hem, so you can pull and tighten these and make these more jogger style. So have these adjustable twill tapers at the waistband, and these are metal hardware, plastic button front closure, and a metal zipper. The belt loops that go all around the top of the pant waistband. We actually have 1, 2, 3, 4, and in the back 5, 6 pockets throughout these pants. As for close-up details, the fabric is pretty nice and soft. It's not like a heavy, dense denim, and it is pretty stretchy. So I'm really excited that we finally got some stretchy cargo pants. There are already sewn in kind of like pleats and small creases on the side, and that's just going to add a little bit of dimension and volume to the pants. These folds are about the knee area, and then there is a stitch seam that runs across about mid-shin. That folded shelf for it is just nice and simply sewn. Again, the fabric does have stretch to it, so that stitch seam and the way it's sewn stretches with the fabric. The side pocket does have a snap button closure, and it has a nice flap to cover up the sides. That way nothing will fall out. I can fit my iPhone 14 in there. Have the twill lining until the very depth of the pocket, which is just a simple white cotton liner. The side pockets, they actually are made with a little depth, so that way when you put items in here, they're not going to look like they're bulging out of stitched Buff Bunny emblem. The top flap for the pockets, it is simply just folded over it. The sides are sewn down, so I do think that this is going to hold plenty of items in place. I like that it's pleated. It measures in at about 9 inches by 7 inches. And on the back side of the cargo pant, other than the pockets, there really isn't anything to the style of the pant, like a slight V along with that V kind of glute contour stitch seam that we see in a lot of denim jeans. But the back pocket flaps are simply flaps that fold over the pocket. Then you do have that simple liner for the rest of the pocket. Are actually fairly deep. I can fit my iPhone 14 in there and still have a little bit of room. Pocket measures in at about 6 inches wide. Now when you do first receive these, the pocket is lightly sewn into place. You just take a pair of like fine small scissors and snip that seam and pull it apart. Twill cords, they're sewn in really nicely in the waistband, and this is again metal hardware, so it's pretty sturdy, and you just pull this and then taper it to, you know, your preference. Inside front of the pant, there really are no other details to go over. Buff Bunny collection tag. You could use this as a hook to hang these up. I'm really liking these. They're kind of giving Kim Possible, and I'm about it. I do have like Chelsea style kind of like slip-on boots that I wanted to show y'all. The pant legs go over them really, really well, but standing up straight, the 32-inch inseam length is just barely. Did tie the ankles together to show y'all what it would look like if it was more of a like a jogger-like fit to it, and I just think that also looks really well. They do kind of run a little bit low in the back, a little bit of extra fabric. However, because I can adjust the waist, I can taper it in to match and fit my body style pretty well. Very small pleating around the knee area. I think just standing still, it gives these a little bit more dimension and volume to the design. It'll look like utility pants. So this is how it looks in the waist area and crotch area. That I think is okay. And then the booty is looking all right in these. Pull this strap tighter and the other strap a little tighter. You can see it definitely is a lot less loose and a little bit more form-fitting to the back, and it doesn't really affect the way that the front looks. In terms of fabric durability, I do think that these are like a thinner, stretchier kind of denim-like feel to them. So I think they are going to be pretty durable, and they're great for a lifestyle piece. In terms of being sweat wicking, I do think that because it's a lighter color, when you sweat, these aren't going to be like drying the sweat as fast as a performance fabric would. So that's just kind of something to keep in mind if you're going to wear these on like a hot day. I don't think you can really see my cellulite through it, so I think they're pretty good on cellulite coverage. I don't think that the fabric will like pill as you wear it, or if you brush it up against something. I think it will be fine. And just for good measure, I am going to do a squat test. Just for reference, I am wearing black leopard print underwear. In terms of sizing, I do think that these pants are true to size. However, the fabric is pretty stretchy, and I do think you can size down if you wanted a little bit more of a form fit to it. So true to size, but if you are in between sizes and you want a little bit more of a form fit, then you can size down. Overall, I'm going to have to give these a rating of 9.5 out of 10. I have to remove a half point for me and my personal preferences, because I wish that the back rise came up just a little bit higher, because if I'm sitting down or bending over, I just think that the back rise comes a little bit low. Other than that, they're phenomenal. I'm really happy with them. Next up, we have the beautiful CruellaFree faux fur coat. This is made of 100% polyester. It is an oversized fit. It has a front zip closure with wide lapels, come with side pockets. It does have an elasticized back, beautiful chevron zigzag design to it. It's actually made with adding these 1-inch wide faux leather inserts, metal hardware zipper, and that tonal Buff Bunny emblem. The zipper most likely will never get caught because it's on there with the faux leather lining that goes throughout the length of the zipper, and the same for the other side of the zipper. And on the inside of the jacket, we do have that faux fur lining on the front part. On the back side, we have faux silk shell fabric liner. We have an added hook, and the hook is made of that faux silk material, so that way you can hang this. And then the hood also has that faux silk liner of the faux fur that goes along the top inside base. It measures in at about 4 inches. The hood does not have any drawstrings. It does not have any elastic in it, so the hood is just going to sit on your head nice and loose. So the inside sleeves are also lined with that faux silk. On the back side of the jacket, you can also see the chevron detail. The elastic band only runs in the back portion of the jacket, and it is pretty stretchy. It's a wide elastic band design. This is just going to help it look a little bit more fitted right above the glutes. On the sleeves, the chevron stops at about the elbow area, and on the bottom of the sleeves there is no elastic. That faux fur is folded in and then attached to the inner shell. The opening for the pocket isn't very big. I think it's only about 4 inches, but the pockets go all the way to the front zipper of the jacket. You have that faux silk liner as well. Where the top of the zipper stops, there's a little bit of like a V-shaped fabric here that protrudes out a little bit, so when you have this unzipped, it's going to fold open. And this is measuring in at about 18 inches, at about 18 inches wide. The sleeves are measuring in at about 25 and a half inches. This jacket is definitely giving like JLo Y2K. So luxurious and soft and very, very warm. Sleeves are like a tapered sleeve, so they're large at the top and then they kind of taper down towards the wrist area. They are pretty long. I like how big the sleeves are. That chevron design is just so cute. When you move around, you can kind of get little glimpses of that faux leather 1-inch lining. The hood is very oversized. I can definitely, tuck it back a little bit. So if I wear this open, it looks like it has a wide lapel design to it. In the back, that elastic band kind of helps taper the back of the jacket in. Pocket opening is not like very big, but the pocket itself goes all the way into the zipper. When it comes to durability, I do think that it's already pretty durable because I rubbed it really hard and like none of the fibers came out. So I think if you have a larger chest, you can stay true to size. And I think that the sleeves have plenty of room. So if I'm wearing an oversized sweater, I definitely think that I can throw this on over it and I'll be plenty fine. So true to size for sure. You can size down because it is that oversized fit. If you want it to look a little bit more cropped, you can size down. However, sizing down, you're going to have a little bit less room all around. I would tuck under the front, and then you can get the more cropped illusion. I do want to rate it a 9.5 out of 10, and the only things that I would change is just adjustability. I do wish that it came with drawstrings because then you could adjust it and really cater it towards your height. The drawstrings I think could come in handy in the hood area as well. And then I do kind of wish that the sleeves had either elastic or maybe some drawstrings just to give you some adjustability when you wear it, because every body type is different, right? So overall, very, very happy with this jacket. 9.5 out of 10 for me, and I'll definitely be wearing it quite a bit this winter. Next up, we have the Butter Square Neck Crop. It's made of butter fabric, so it's going to be buttery soft and stretchy in all directions. Full square neckline, a meet and greet length crop top. So bottom of the crop top will meet a high-rise legging waistband. This is simply a crop top. It does not have a built-in bra shelf, no spots or slots for removable bust pads. So it's simply a tank top, doubly lined all throughout the top. I do believe that the sides come up pretty high. You can see where the neckline is. In the back, you just have a regular sleeveless top back design with a silicone Buff Bunny emblem. Of course, the stitch quality is perfection from Buff Bunny Collection. It looks like a seamless top no matter what part of the seams you look at, on the top part and on the armpit portion. And then at the very bottom of the top, you have the double stitch seam that is super smooth and stretches with the fabric as well. I love this bigger strap at the top and then how it tapers down to that square neckline. I just think it's like so flattering and so cute. This fits okay, and the reason why I say that is because the armpit area kind of digs into me and it comes up really, really high onto the armpits. So, you know, that is not ideal if you're wearing deodorant, and it just digs in. So it feels a tiny bit more compressive compared to just like the leggings, which are, you know, singly lined throughout the pant legs. And I feel like maybe that compression is adding into it, digging in, but I also just think it just comes up really, really high. So it's comfortable, but I think if you're like a longer torso girl like me, it may not be the most comfortable top. It is, again, tight around the lats, but in the back it's just nice, simple, and smooth. Or I love the meet and greet length because, you know, the bottom of this will greet the top of your high-waisted leggings. I have a longer torso. If you're an average torso length girl, or if you're a lot shorter, this might hit a lot longer than what you know, might intend. In terms of fabric durability, this is butter fabric, and butter fabric can pill, and there are ways that you can like scrape away the pilling. So as a lifestyle piece, I don't really think you're going to be, you know, like scratching up against something as you would like in the gym. So just something to keep in mind. Be a little bit careful when you're dealing with butter fabric. I do think that butter fabric is a lot more sweat wicking. Like the sweat will dry faster once it's on the fabric. Of course, with a lighter color, you'll be able to see it a little bit more present. With a darker color or a print, you know, you won't be able to see the sweat as much. So I do like that it's doubly lined because I'm also wearing like a black regular bra with this, and I think you can't even see the black bra underneath this. So I think having it being like doubly lined, you get a little bit less sheerness and stretched out like opaqueness from the fabric. Because it's a tank top, I do think that this is large and small bust friendly. However, I think if you have a large bust, you know, the fabric is going to pull more in your armpit and like lat area more. This is true to size. However, I would say size up for a little bit more comfort in the armpit areas. That's just my personal preference. I would have liked this in an extra large, I think, because I have a wide frame and it's doubly lined, so it's a little bit more compressive, and it just comes up really high in the armpits and just kind of hugs me a little bit tight. So overall, I'm going to rate this tank top or crop top as a... I really don't like how it fits in the armhole openings. I definitely think it could be let out a little bit lower and a bigger opening just so it doesn't like dig into my armpits. Again, if you wear deodorant, you know, that could be like a no-go for you. Next up, we have the Poshknit Twist Halter Estes Print Sports Bra. And this sports bra is so beautiful. It's made of that new Poshknit material. Poshknit fabric, in my opinion, is like really brushed and super soft, like a very fine micro suede-like feel to it. I would say it's like the OG Nubray fabric and butter fabric had a baby, because it's still dense, but it's not as dense as the original Nubray fabric. It stretches the same as the original Nubray fabric, but it's just buttery soft like the butter fabric. The Poshknit fabric is like Nubray fabric, and butter fabric had a baby. This Estes print, fun fact, is supposed to emulate the carpet that is used in, paying really nice homage to that, but that Estes print is sort of like a super symmetrical honeycomb kind of shape. So you have inner hexagon, and then you have an outer hexagon shape that loops in and just keeps going. And I just think that is such a cool, small, fine print that is going to look really good, not only with black, but this brown color is kind of similar. It's a little bit more yellow toned, and then this is a little bit more warm toned. So very similar to the Catherine Mueller's No Filter Collection brown. But it is considered a light support sports bra because of that twist design. It does come with bust pads, and they are removable from the side. And this is made more for yoga, lifestyle, and some light strength training. The twist front bra is designed where piece of fabric folded in half, and then the other piece of fabric linking to the other cup pad. I think this sports bra is from the Snack Collection. We have seen this kind of like twist front design before. That is different from this twist design that we've seen, I think also from the Snack Collection, where it's literally the fabric twisted in half. That come back with this Estes print halter top. I do wish that the Estes print was all throughout the bra, because the inside is just that darker brown color, but you can kind of see those stitch seams like be a little bit more apparent, and I think that those could have been hidden a little bit better if the Estes print was all throughout the top. The very bottom of the cup pad area does have very small encased elastic added in there just to give you a little bit more hold and support. I'm gonna say it does run all throughout the back band of the sports bra as well. The left side of the sports bra, we do have a black Buff Bunny emblem, and on the very back of the bra, it's just a nice straight across back band, and it is folded into itself or invertedly sewn together, so that's gonna look like nice and flat and smooth. It has a simple halter design where the outer shell is cut specifically for this whole shape, so there's no like added stitch seam for the halter, and those straps combine in the back. Again, very nice stitch detailing. They're like folded inwards and then sewn together. And then on the inside of the bra, that the fabric double lined, so the Estes print on this side and then the darker print on this side are sewn together very nicely, and that goes all throughout the bra and around the neckline. I don't believe there's any elastic or the halter part. The halter strap is pretty sturdy. I don't think you're gonna get any ripping. I think it's gonna stay in place pretty well. The inside back of the bra is pretty nice and simple. On the inside of the bra, removable bust pads from the very top, and these are both a size large. This is from the Snack Collection, I believe, about 12 inches, so 24 inches diameter at about 14 inches. So I do think for both being a size large, this is going to fit a lot more snug. The girls are girlin'. I think because of the density of the Poshknit fabric and that halter neckline, it allows the bra to push up and together the girls, and it definitely looks really, really great. I think it's pretty flattering from the front. From the side profile, it kind of tapers down into that straight across back band, a good amount of like side boob coverage, for me at least, and just doing a little bit of a jump test and bending over, I don't think you'll have any trouble slipping out of this top, but that's my personal opinion. I do have a wider upper body frame and a flatter chest profile, so I may not be the best to tell you if it's large bust friendly, but I do think because it has a large opening with that twist front and it's a deep V, you know, if you have a larger bust, you're going to show a lot more cleavage. I wouldn't say it's super breathable because that Poshknit fabric feels like suede, and it's dense, it's soft, it's stretchy, but I think it's kind of warm to the touch, and I feel like if you sweat in this, it's not going to be like drying super fast, because the Poshknit material I don't think is very pet fur friendly, so pet fur and different like fibers are going to stick to this fabric in my opinion. And it doesn't really dig into the lats. I think the reason why it does dig in general is because overall this fits pretty small, so I do think that the halter Poshknit sports bra does run small, because because I did get my true size large, and the other twist bras that I have that are large fit fine. They don't dig into like my sides too much, but this one, it just looks too tight on me, especially in the back of the halter straps is just too short. It's too tight. It's actually really, really straining on my neck. I don't find it comfortable. It's really putting a lot of pressure on my neck. The pink holographic halter crop from the Juicy collection for like 2 different powerlifting workouts, and I had no problem with that top. I think the Poshknit fabric, because it's so dense, it just adds a lot of support to the bra. So it's kind of a double-edged sword. Like, it lends more support and a little bit more cleavage, but it also is really, really straining on the neck. So overall, I'm gonna have to rate the Poshknit halter sports bra an 8 out of 10 in my personal preferences, because number one, the halter straps are just way too tight. I wish that the halter strap was like adjustable. Number two, it runs small, and you can tell by how it looks in the back. Number three, I wish that the back band was just like a little bit longer, like higher in rise. That way it won't roll down, because as I'm moving around, I just feel like it's susceptible to rolling down. And then the last thing, you can see the under color or the inside color of the bra, and you can kind of see the stitching like here that's present. And I just feel like this could have been better designed had the Estes print been on the inside of the bra as well. Having the dark brown, it's going to show and kind of contrast to the Estes print. I'm going to try and size up in this top, and then I will give an update on my Instagram stories if sizing up, you know, is more preferred for me. Next up, we have the new Empire Sports Bra. This is made of Nubray fabric, so it's going to be pretty stretchy in all directions. I will say this is more of the Nubray fabric that we've been seeing as of recent, which is a little bit more stretchier and softer to the feel, more of a light to medium support sports bra. 3-pleat design in the front sort of covers up the slight V neckline. It has an inverted U-shape underbust, a silicone Buff Bunny emblem, a nice open back design with adjustable straps that are a crossover metal hardware. It does come with removable bust pads, and the straps do have encased elastic band to help with keeping that flat shape to the strap, invertedly sewn. From the side, 1, 2, 3 pleats design, sewn together up into a certain point, and then they loosely have the folds naturally. I think if this was in the color bone, that would sort of remind me of like a mummy being wrapped up. Anyway, very fine, small elastic band that goes all throughout the bottom of the sports bra. So I think this is going to give good like side boob coverage, and then it tapers down into that U shape in the back. On the inside of the bra, we do have a bra shelf separator just to keep those bra pads in place, and slits so you can remove those bust pads. Have this attached fabric. So I would say this bra is a little bit more like a midline bra. It's not right below the bust, it just has a little bit of extra fabric to go below. It has an elastic band built into it just to give you a tiny bit more hold in and support. In the middle of the bra shelf separator, you can see these 2 really fine small stitch seams, and those are actually holding the pleats in place. So you can see it's sewn there and then there. The neckline, like the few pieces of fabric folded inwards and sewn together. The way that it's like doubly stitched moves really well and stretches with the fabric. On the inside back, where the straps are attached, they're sewn into the like back panel. The straps are like sewn into the base of the bra. I'm really liking this bra. I think it's really comfortable jumping up and down in it. It is like a medium support sports bra. I think it fits really, really well. It's comfortable. It comes up high on the side, and then I think it's really flattering on the lats. I don't think it's like digging into me. And then that back band, I don't even notice it. I think that is the perfect like tightness. And I like how high up the back rise is. Those, you can adjust them to whatever desired length you want. The back absolutely reminds me of the candy wrap halter sports bra that we saw in the No Filter collection. I think it's more for wider framed girls because there is just a little bit of extra room on the sides, and I have just a tiny bit of gaping here in the middle. So I have a wide frame and a pretty like flat profile chest. So I do think that this is more for larger busted women, but if you are flatter chested like me, this is totally fine as well. You can wear it. It just may not be as flattering because the base of the bra has that like soft V neckline, which I think like just head on it looks more curvaceous, but then you have the straight across, you know, cover, and it just kind of hides that cleavage. I don't mind having a little cleavage moment with a V neckline because I don't have a whole lot of cleavage, but I think if you're even flatter chested than me, it may not be something, especially with that little bit of gaping, that you're super interested in. So if you do sweat on this, the fabric is like lighter and stretchier. It's going to dry the sweat a little bit faster than, let's say, the Poshknit material, but with the lighter colors, no matter what the fabric, it's going to be a little bit more apparent, the sweat. But if you go a darker color or a print, it's not going to show as apparent. I do like that inverted kind of U-shaped long line to it. It's like not super apparent, flattering, because in terms of sizing, I definitely think this is true to size. I think I just have a tiny bit of like gaping on the sides and in the front just because I have a flat chest, but fitting on the like armpit and lat area, I don't think it's digging in. I think it fits me like pretty properly. Overall, I'm going to give this bra a 9.5 out of 10. The only thing that I wish was a little bit different was that this like folded over pleating material in the front was like a mesh material, because that way you could still kind of see the V neckline a little bit more present. I just feel like it's a lot of fabric in the chest, and from the side I don't have a whole lot, and from the front it's not as contouring or like flattering. This is kind of susceptible, you know, to women having a lot of like chest sweats. Everything else is perfect. Up next, we have the Bloom sports bra. We have seen recently in one of the summer capsule collections, and this is launching in 3 different colors. I have never done a full review on the Bloom sports bra on my YouTube channel, so I thought it finally deserved a little space on my YouTube. So it is made of Nubray fabric, so it is pretty stretchy in all directions, and it is a really soft, lighter feel. A light to medium supports, a small sweetheart neckline. It has that really pretty like rouging detailing in the mid bust, a strappy quad racer back design. It does come with removable bust pads, a longer line sports bra having this added fabric on the bottom, and it does come up pretty high. It's going to have a lot of great coverage in the front, but also from the side. From the side, you can see it has this added like extra panel that swoops into becoming a strap, and that's going to come up higher under your armpit and just give you a good amount of coverage there. And from the side, you can see how all of those panels are kind of stitched together, and in the back it's more of like a straight across back panel design. The Buff Bunny emblem will be silicone in this new collection. Now these straps, I don't think they have elastic like inside of them. On the inside front, you can see that rouging detail apparent as well, and it does have the ability to remove the bust pads from the side slit. I do think that there is a very small elastic band that is sewn throughout the bottom of the bust area just to lend it a little bit more support. And in the back, it is pretty simple. Revolution sports bra, and the long line for them is the same, coming in at about 2.5 inches for that like bottom band fabric. Up next, we have the Candy Wrap Sports Bra, and in the new collection, it is only launching in the Hushberry color. It has this beautiful wrap design. The fabric is Nubray fabric, medium support sports bra. It has a crossover upper back strap design, a crossover lower back, and a straight across lowest band. And straps are actually a wide elastic band, and it does have metal hardware where you can adjust the length of the straps. It does come with removable bust pads. It is considered a little bit more like a because it has this added fabric in the bottom of the bust. On the inside of the sports bra, we can see that bra shelf line area is no elastic band in the bottom of that bra shelf line. Bust pads are removable from the side. I do have my own bust pads that I purchased like on Amazon and put in here just to give me a little bit more shape personally. The straps are just so well done. They're sewn into the like frame or the shell of the bra, so they're not just like sticking out. They're not going to be uncomfortable. And the same for the upper part of the straps and that candy wrap design. So there are pieces of fabric that are sewn in to the sides of the sports bra to give you that crossover design. I have tried candy wrap sports bras on in my Juicy collection, and I will link that and the timestamp down below if you want to see the try-on haul. But I just wanted to go over the details of this in case there are any new Buff Bunny collection customers for this upcoming launch. Up next, we have the Revolution Sports Bra. Will be launched only in the color Purple Shadow. It is made of new Bray fabric, so it's pretty stretchy in all directions. It is medium support, square neckline, lattice, strappy back design. It has removable bust pads from the inside, and it is a longer line sports bra with sort of like a straight across back band. In the newer collection, we're going to see a silicone Buff Bunny emblem, but I figured I would go over those details just in case anybody is new here. And on the inside of the bra, a bra shelf like cup separator, just so the cup pads don't move around as much. At the bottom of the bust area, an elastic band that was added in just to give you a little bit more support. This band goes all throughout the bra just to kind of hold you in and hold you up a little bit better. Bust pads are removable from the top part of the bra shelf area or the strap area. Classic Buff Bunny Collection sports bra, but I just wanted to go over the details really quick. The Revolution sports bras do always fit pretty true to size, and they are definitely a good investment for a first Buff Bunny Collection purchase. Up next, we have the Moto Pocket Legging, and this is in the color Red Hot Patent. It's made of recycled Eco Poly, which we have seen before in the Juicy collection. It's made of recycled polyester and spandex blend. The fabric is pretty stretchy in all directions. Inseam length is 26 inches. It is considered a medium to high compression and support level legging. A pretty shine finish to it. It's high-waisted, no front rise seam, a V front waistband stitch seam. It has 2 pockets on the sides, and in the back, a deep V glute contour stitch seam, silicone Buff Bunny emblem. There's no top of the waistband stitch seam in the front or the sides. However, in the very back panel of the pants, it does have a stitch seam just to kind of hold this into place. It's made more for cardio and lifestyle. Pockets that have 8 pleats or folds on them, and then on the bottom on the side we also have the 8 pleats, which gives it more of like a sporty Moto look. Pocket is pretty deep and pretty big. It comfortably fits my iPhone 14. With each pleat is sewn into place. The top of the pocket does have a nice thick stitch seam that is also stretchy and stretches with the fabric. The side panel is 2 stitch seams that run all the way down. Help add in the other pleat detailing towards the bottom. And the bottom of the pant leg, really soft, durable stitch seam, is very stretchy. In the back, we can see that there's a little bit of like stitch contouring in the waist, and I do think even though they're straight down, having the Moto like pleated pockets on the side adds a little bit of illusion and shape to the glutes. The back rise, it's just that thicker stitch seam. The waistband, it's simply the fabric folded onto itself. A double crotch gusset, and on the inside of the pants, that fabric is nice and smooth. Legacy shorts from the Naked collection and Rosa leggings from the Space collection. If I line up the crotch gusset all the way to the waistband, the Moto legging has a V waistband that more mimics the Rosa. The rise height is going to mimic that more of the Rosa. So I do think that these are going to be an ultra high rise legging. We have seen the Eco Poly fabric. These are shorts, pink holographic print from the Juicy collection, which is Bailey Stewart's collaboration with pink holographic finish to them. Both feel the same. They feel like the same heaviness, they feel like the same stretchiness and support. So I do think that these are very similar. Mood Ring holographic leggings, Rebel leggings, and these are a lot more dense because they are Elysium fabric, whereas the Eco Poly is a lot lighter weight and stretchier. I love that super vibrant lipstick red patent color. They really pop, and I love the shimmer to them. They do feel pretty good. They are like a medium compression and support legging. I can move around just fine in these, and I don't feel like they're super restricting. Or if you're a taller girly, I feel like you could pull these down just a little bit, but I do think that they're just a regular full length inseam length legging. I was surprised that with the pocket area having that Moto pleated fabric for the pockets, that it still stretches with me and moves with me pretty well. I think they're pretty flattering on the tummy area with that V shape in the waistband, but I do think in the crotch area, this fabric and the like Elysium Mood Ring holographic, I think that they are a little bit more susceptible to giving you like camel toe. The sides are really flattering for cellulite, so I think that these are fairly cellulite friendly, and I say that because with the pockets you have that extra fabric and that pleated design, but in the very back of the leggings it's a single layer of fabric, and I don't think it's like super cellulite friendly there. I don't really think they're going to be sweat wicking or sweat wicking friendly. If y'all have tried the Elysium Rebel leggings or the Eco Poly pink holographic set from the Juicy collection, those fabrics tend to kind of hold in sweat. I am wearing black and gray leopard print bikini style underwear, and I'm going to bend over to show y'all like how sheer the fabric may be. In terms of sizing, I definitely think these are true to size. They do have a good amount of stretch to them, and I think if you're in between sizes, if you want like a high compression and support, you could size down. However, I really would recommend just staying true to size because the fabric is supposed to be a light to medium support and compression. And I think if you size down in these, yeah, it's going to give you a little bit more support, but they're also going to be a little bit more sheer because you're stretching the fabric out even more. Overall, I'm going to rate these leggings a... The reason why it loses a couple of half points for me and my personal preferences is because number one, not like super cellulite friendly, and then number two, I don't think that they're like super flattering in the crotch area. Those are just things that are not within my preference, and me being a curvy girl, you know, with larger glutes, wider hips, you know, and a little bit of loose skin in my belly, I just feel like they're not the most flattering on me. I do think if I were to get this in black, I wouldn't be as self-conscious, but of course I wanted the really bright red, and it shows a little bit more. But they are a super fun legging, and I love the shimmer to them. It's subtle, it's not too much, and then that Moto pleated line panel from the pockets is just so nice, and it has pockets, so definitely a cute grab. Next up, we have the Poshknit Scrunch leggings, and this is in that beautiful Estes print. Again, that Estes print kind of emulates the shining carpet made of Poshknit material, so it has like a very fine micro suede feel to it, and it is stretchy in all directions. And the best way that I can describe this is it reminds me of the old school Newbray fabric that was like more dense, but it feels extra brushed and soft like the butter fabric. If butter fabric and Newbray had a baby, it would be the Poshknit fabric. They're coming in at a 26-inch seam length, a medium compression and support, no front rise seam, and a slight V front waistband stitch seam. Has no stitching at the top of the waistband. In the back, it does have a deep V glute contour, elastic band in the back rise to help separate the glutes. Black Buff Bunny silicone emblem. There is no side stitch on the outside, but there is an inner leg stitch seam that runs all the way down to the bottom of the legging. At the bottom of the legging, we have that nice wide reinforced stitch seam detail that stretches with the fabric. Let's have a double crotch gusset. On the inside back of the legging, very like thin elastic band in the glutes for a glute separation, and it is stretchy. I want to say that the new Poshknit legging glute rise elastic band more emulates the one that we have seen in the Dream Heather collection, not so much in the aggressive scrunch. Poshknit elastic band, it's flat fabric and the elastic band is stitched onto there, and it's the same for both. Dream Heather elastic band in the glute rise seam is just a little bit wider compared to the Poshknit. It stretches about the same, but the aggressive scrunch, I think, are more of a true aggressive scrunch because that elastic band is wider, and then you have the fabric scrunched up, so when you wear it, it's going to stretch out. And I think because the butter fabric is a lot thinner, it's going to fit in between the glutes a lot more compared to the Poshknit. I really think this should just be called the Poshknit legging. In terms of rise height, the Legacy shorts from the Naked collection and the Rosa leggings from the Space collection. Rosa are ultra high rise. If I line up the crotch gusset for all three of these, complete rise height of the Poshknit legging is the same as Legacy, so they're high rise. The rise height from the crotch gusset all the way to the bottom of the waistband is not the same for any of these, so it's a little bit shorter. So the waistband is long and the same length as the Rosa legging. In the back, the Poshknit legging is the same rise height from the crotch gusset to the bottom of the waistband as the Legacy, and the waistband in the back is also the same height as the Legacy. I feel like they're Newbray or Legacy leggings 2.0. I am so happy with them. So they feel super nice. They're very comfortable. They stretch, even though they're a little bit more compressive than butter fabric. They still have a good amount of stretch to them. Moving around in them, sitting in them, I don't feel like they were constricting anywhere. I do have a longer torso, and I do and will confirm that these do fit more like the Legacy, so they hit me at mid-waist. Pretty flattering in the front, and I think from the side profile, they're like pretty compressive. Even in the lower waist area where it's singly lined, I still feel like I'm held in pretty well because that fabric is dense. And then the booty is looking really, really good. I think it is flattering on the glutes. If you didn't have the glute separation elastic band, I don't think these would be as flattering on the glutes because that fabric is pretty dense. I think it would just like lay flat across the glutes. So I think to help with that glute separation, you know, having that elastic band was really, really good. In terms of like being cellulite friendly, I think because of that Estes print, it's really easy for these to camouflage any cellulite. So, you know, I have pretty deep cellulite on this side and I don't think it's apparent, and even on this side and underneath my glutes, I don't think that you can see any of that like cellulite really present. I think the fabric is kind of shaping because it's dense and it really kind of holds you in. I do think that the Poshknit fabric is very durable. It is pretty compressive. I don't think it will pill and snag on things. Again, I do think that the Poshknit fabric is not super pet hair friendly because it has that suede-like feel to it. I think it'll latch on to pet hair pretty easily. In terms of being sweat wicking, I don't think that the Poshknit material is very sweat wicking. It feels warm to the touch. The sweat isn't going to dry very readily, but because this is a dark print, I don't think that the sweat is going to show up as apparent. I do think that the fabric stretched horizontally when I put these on, they come up just a tiny bit shorter than like a full length because there's my ankle. So I do think that these actually came up a little bit shorter than what I thought they would. I am wearing black and gray leopard print bikini style underwear, and I'm going to do a bent over test for you to see how sheer the fabric is. In terms of sizing, I definitely say size true to size, do not size down, because this fabric is pretty dense. It doesn't stretch as much as the newer Nubray that we've been seeing or the butter fabric. So overall, I'm going to have to rate these Poshknit leggings at a 9.5 out of 10. The only reason why it loses a half point for me and my personal preferences is because of the length. Again, putting them on, the fabric stretched out a little horizontally, and I feel like they're not completely a full-length legging on me, and I'm only 5'6", so I can imagine what these would be like on someone who's taller. But overall, I am so happy and super excited that BUFFBUNNY collection brought a higher support legging that's breathable and buttery soft. It's like the Nubray fabric 2.0 in my opinion, so really excited with these. Up next, we have the Poshknit Scrunch 7-inch shorts. You can kind of see with this lighter color a little bit better how brushed and just super soft it is. Shorts are exactly like the Poshknit leggings. They also have that elastic band that's added in the glute rise in order to help separate the glutes. They're the exact same rise height. The only difference between this and the leggings is that the shorts have a 7-inch inseam. Something I forgot to point out with the leggings is that in the waistband you can kind of see that the waistband tapers in, and that's going to help kind of snatch your waist in. So you feel a little bit stretchier and that you can pull them up a little bit higher compared to the leggings. Now, I do think that's because the shorts are a solid like dark purple color, and then the leggings have two different colors where you have a brown base and then black dye was added onto it, and I think that adds just a little bit more density and compression to the fabric. So I do think that the shorts fit a little bit less compressive compared to the leggings. Pant leg openings feel pretty good. They have a good amount of stretch. I don't think that they're digging into the back of my thighs. And just for reference, I'm wearing bikini style black and gray leopard print underwear, so they're not like a thong. And I do think that even without wearing a thong, these are pretty flattering on the glutes and give you just a little bit of shaping. I'm going to do a quick bend over test. I think you should still stay true to size. I don't think you should size down because you'll be risking sheerness. Overall, I want to give these a 9.5 out of 10, and the reason why the shorts lose a half point for me and my personal preferences is because I think they're just a little bit thinner in the lighter color, and that's it. Overall, I'm really happy with these. I think these are a great winter short because they are a little bit more warming to the feel, so I think I can wear these shorts without feeling like freezing in the gym, so very happy. Up next is the ribbed cross waist legging, and if y'all know me and have seen my other videos of the different updates that the design team has made to the rib leggings and rib flare leggings, I decided to finally give these a try. So it's made of nylon and spandex, and I will say it is pretty stretchy in all directions. Did size up to an extra large to see if that would help me any bit, so I'm interested to see how these do fit. It is considered a medium compression and support legging, cross waist design. There is no stitching at the top of the waistband. V front waistband stitch seam, no front rise seam, and a double crotch gusset. The crossover waistband is not just the vertical ribbed material, it goes in different directions, and I think that just adds a nice bit of like dimension to the design. We do have an inner pant leg stitch seam that runs all the way throughout the length of the legging, and we also have a side stitch seam that's wider that runs all the way through the outside of the pant leg as well. In the back, a deep V glute contour, an embroidered Buff Bunny emblem. The waistband is doubly lined, so it's the fabric folded onto itself. Stretch this fabric out and hold it up to the light, and you can kind of see it's not the thickest, most dense fabric, but I'm hopeful that with the size up to an extra large, you know, it won't be as opaque as I originally thought it was. These leggings are okay. Ribbed material girl fabric is just not my thing, and I think Buff Bunny Collection is trying to improve the designs with the crossover waist, but yeah, I'm just still not like the biggest fan of these. So overall, they fit okay. They feel really nice. I do think the leggings are pretty cellulite friendly because of that ribbed material. It just gives a little bit of texture to the leggings and kind of camouflages the cellulite. In terms of fabric durability, I do think that the ribbed fabric is pretty like slick. I don't think it'll like catch onto things, and I don't think that it will pill. In terms of being like sweat proof, I do think that these will hide sweat pretty well. First off, because they're black, but also I just feel like because the fabric is so like smooth and slick feeling, and it's pretty like light fabric, I don't think it's going to show and like hold in sweat as much as Poshknit or other fabrics would. I do think that the inseam length, I think they come up just a tiny bit short. I am wearing black and gray leopard print underwear that is bikini style, and I'm going to bend over to show y'all maybe like how sheer the fabric may be. I kind of wish that the Material Girl leggings had a glute separation elastic band because and just kind of sit on top of my butt. I don't think they really like shape me at all. So like for butt flattery, I don't think that these are very high in butt flattery compared to Poshknit leggings. So in terms of sizing, I do think it's wise to stay true to size, but other athletes were saying that where the crossover is, their like belly buttons were just peeking out, and I do feel like if I'm moving around, this is probably susceptible to rolling down. So that's just something you kind of have to keep in mind. But I do think that they're true to size. Size up if you're in between sizes, and I wouldn't recommend sizing down because when you size down, you're risking the fabric to be like more stretched out and maybe show up a little bit more sheer. I think ribbed leggings are just not my thing. Still, I kind of had different hopes for these ones. Doesn't really doing it for me. So overall, I'm gonna have to give these like, I just think the overall fit is just not great. Number two, I do think that if I would have sized to my regular large, the crossover waistband would have just been a little bit too low. I think that the rise height of the back of the leggings is a little bit low, and then also I just feel like I'm a little bit susceptible to having a camel toe. You can kind of see it, and I don't know if that's just because I sized up, but I just don't think that these are like the most flattering on my crotch area. I think they're just not exactly for me, but maybe, you know, leave me a comment if Material Girl leggings are for you. Let me know what body type works well with Material Girl leggings and if you really like them in the comments below. So yeah, they're still not within my preference. Honorary mentions and items that I chose not to receive in my PR package. First up, we have the Poshknit Wrap bodysuit coming in 3 different colors. The Poshknit fabric, where it's gonna, in my opinion, be like Newbury fabric and Butter fabric had a baby, has a medium support and compression level, and the inseam length is 6 inches. A beautiful wrap front detail. It does feature just a little bit of a lower neckline. This does not come with bust pads, but it does come with vents or slits on the side in order for you to add your own, as like an open cut out waist area. It's made more for lifestyle, but I do think you could wear this for strength training. I don't think that there is any elastic band underneath the wrap over like bust area. You might have a little bit of support because of that wrap over design, so having, you know, essentially 4 pieces of fabric wrapping around your bust, I think you would have just a little bit of support from that wrap over design detail. But looking at the Poshknit leggings and shorts, they both have that really thin elastic band that's added in the glute rise stitch seam just to help separate the glutes a little bit. So I'm assuming that the bodysuit would also have that. Next up, we have the ribbed notch sports bra. This is considered more of a midline sports bra because that little bit of fabric that's underneath the bust is made of Material Girl ribbed fabric. It is considered a light to medium support sports bra. Talking to other athletes in the Discord, that notch design does have some boning plastic material, give it like structure and support. So within the stitch seam of the notch area, I'm going to stay up. Bit of a U-shaped open back design with crossover straps detail, and the straps are adjustable with metal hardware. It is made for strength training and yoga. I do believe that this one comes with removable bust pads. Typically with Buff Bunny Collection sports bras, as long as they're not like the molded sports bra cut pads, they will have slits either on the side or at the top of the bust in order for you to remove the bust pads if you desire. Next up, we have the Spicy V2 sports bra, and this is coming in 3 different colors. This is made of the recycled Eco Poly fabric. I've seen this with Juicy Collection and the pink holographic set. It is a light support sports bra, a plunging V neckline, really pretty lines that was added into it, have adjustable straps that metal hardware, bust pads, and they are removable from a short line sports bra. Next up, we have the contour pocket legging. There are no changes to the design. It comes in 4 different colors. It is made of new bright fabrics. It is a 26-inch inseam, so it's considered a full-length legging, light to medium compression and support. They contour around your body, and they have these like double stitch seams that go along the waistband and then kind of taper out towards your hips, and they run all the way down the side of the like pant legs of the leggings. So high-rise leggings, pockets on both sides. These are designed for strength training, yoga, and cardio. Next up, we have the Glam Gym Organizer Bag. It's made of faux leather, are 12 inches in length, 7 inches in height, and 6 inches in depth. So it's actually a pretty large like makeup travel bag. This really emulates what Mikey was looking for. She is a makeup artist, and she wanted a bag where she could fit or anything in there that you might need to bring with you. Next up, we have the Quilted SOS case, and this is coming in 2 different colors. This is specifically made for having pepper spray in mind. You can fit a cute lip gloss or lipstick in there, you know, whatever you desire. Of the faux leather, dimensions are 4 inches high and 1.5 inch diameter. It has a clasp so that you can clip it to your keychain or clip it to your gym bag, and it is made for lifestyle. We also have the Poshknit Scrunchie. I did receive this in my PR package. I have not used it yet. I will report to you on my Instagram stories whether or not it makes my hair like staticky. She's coming in 7 different colors and print. Scrunchies are great because I don't think that they dent your hair as much as a regular like little hair tie or ponytail holder would. But I also think for working out, I think they're really great for running as well. There is also the 3-pack of Scrunch socks. Absolutely love the Scrunch socks. I wear them all the time. It's made from polyester, cotton, and elastane. The ankle portion or the ribbing portion is about 6 inches long. Crew length. If y'all made it to the end, thank you so much for watching. I really hope that my review video was helpful to you in some way. And if you found the review video helpful, please subscribe below or give me a like or leave a nice comment. If you shop any Buff Bunny purchase, you can use my athlete's code Alexi, L-E-X-I, at checkout for 10% off your Buff Bunny Collection purchase. This not only gives you 10% of a discount, but it also gives me commission and just allows the team to know that my support is growing, so I greatly appreciate it. Or head over to my Instagram account, Lexi Journey Bravery, and give me a follow. Sometimes if I'm resizing in items or if I have any like updates after wearing items, I will post it on my stories. I think on my Instagram page, I've really tried to utilize my small platform in order to help spread more adaptive sports awareness. There is such a stigma towards being disabled and really like highlighting it, and you don't want pity, you don't want help from others. However, I have learned that being able to utilize your platform to spread awareness, to spread positivity, and help other adaptive athletes, you know, find their way in the weight room or in figure skating, I think that is really important. So if you want to help me, you know, spread that adaptive awareness within sports, go give me a follow. I wanted to get this video out there as soon as possible, and I think I'm kind of going through the transition of summer to fall and having kind of like the fall blues. I love fall, it's actually my favorite season, but I think like change is hard and change is difficult for everybody, and having a lot of stress from my day job. I work at a university. I am a laboratory technician for the chemistry and physics departments and geography and sciences departments. I just think I'm pretty stressed out, and it's weighing on me. So I really tried my best on this review video, and I'm really sorry if I missed any details but I'm just trying to push this review video out as soon as possible and still trying to uphold, the quality of videos that I try to present. So just thank you for your patience, and I'm sorry if I forgot anything. The most often questions that I receive are, what are your favorite top and what are your favorite bottom options from each launch? So I will go ahead and tell you that I do think the Empire Sports Bra is my favorite top option from this entire collection. And then for bottoms, I am thoroughly impressed with the Poshknit leggings in the Estes print. They are pretty squat proof, they're compressive, they're everything I want in a legging. But as for lifestyle pieces, the micro Poshknit dress really surprised me, and I think with having larger glutes, the length was just perfect, so I'm very happy with that. So those are my favorite items from this launch. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you next time.